I got a little better angle now. Let's double check it. So I'm just using this thing you put on the end of your water hose. Put your finger on it. So we're almost dialed in perfect when it comes to the angle this way. When this is on the roof of your van or your house or wherever you're putting it, golf cart, check out the solar golf cart, it's never going to be at a perfect angle, but I wanted to get it close to see. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold out the wings again, and we're going to put a big load test on it and see if that made any difference. Before we were about 16.5 amps. So we're going to fold these suckers out here, or not fold, but pull them out. All right, we're going to restart our amp meter. So we'll have 2 tests here. And then we're going to turn on all the noisy things. Let's zero it back out. All right. And we're going to turn on all the noisy stuff. We're already okay, so the battery's in charging mode right now. Now it's floating at 13 something here. So let's start putting on the noisy loads here. We're going to put on the weed eater first, the 12-volt weed eater that I made. And then we're going to put on the air compressor. It's kicking up rocks and stuff. There, the air compressor's on. I'm going to get out of the solar panel here. This is the panel. There'll be a link in the description where you can buy this. If you click on that link, it lets Eco-Worthy know that you're watching this video. I don't get any money for this. They did ship me the panel for a review. I get to keep the panel. I was pretty excited about this panel because it's got a big surprise, as you can see, and it puts out a lot of power. So yeah, it made a big difference. We're already putting out almost 17 amps right here. Yeah, this one's probably more accurate than this one. This one's showing 16.8. That's almost 20 amps from one panel. You know, you put a couple of these on your roof of your van or something, put 3 of them, that's all the power you need for doing all kinds of stuff. And I like to run stuff solar direct. And what do I mean by that? Everything in my house right now is running off the panels I have in the front and the backyard. I'm not tapping into my batteries. So that means if my batteries are bad, I won't have an issue. I can run stuff solar direct. And that's what we're doing here. Everything you see running is not tapping into the battery. We could disconnect the battery because that battery is dead. It's an old, look how tiny this thing is. It's one of those batteries you put in a UPS. So all this stuff, the soil maker, the 36-volt toilet tiller, the John Deere air blower motor, the air compressor is airing up the tire, the weed eater, the trolley motor is all running directly off of this solar panel right now, and it's keeping it in float, which is 13.7, almost 13.8. So that means it's got power to spare. We need to put some more load on it. It could probably put out almost 20 amps. Pretty close to it. So let's check our air pressure on our pump here. Our pump turned off. We got a bad connection. We got to work on this for a second here. There, our pump's back on. So yeah, we're almost 18 amps. Look at that. Come on, 18. We finally hit 18. So the sun is getting at a better angle. And that's what's going on right now. Because when the sun gets right around there in the sky, this time in the winter, that will be the perfect sun for having this thing at the right angle. But that's back into that tiller again. It grabbed my boot. That's pretty impressive. I had no idea this thing was going to put out that much power. And it works perfect because it puts out a lot of amps. So if you want to get a cheap pulse width modulation like this is, PWM charge controller, that's all you need. You don't need an MPPT because this thing is a lower voltage for 12-volt panels, for 12-volt battery banks, and high amps. And that's what you want. You don't need an MPPT. You can get these for 30 bucks, 40 bucks, sometimes a lot less. So again, we're still running all this stuff. It's all running. Let's check our air pressure now on our tire. Yeah, we're at 40. We need to turn that off so we don't pop her. So I'm pretty impressed. What do you think? Make sure and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell, because I'm going to be doing a lot more reviews, stuff like this. I'll be showing the solar golf cart. It really hasn't had any attention on the channel. That thing's gone over 1,000 miles on 100% solar with 3 lawnmower batteries in it. Well, I'm impressed. And again, the link will be in the description. If you click on that, it's not costing you any more money by clicking on that link. It just lets YouTube and these companies know that you appreciate my video. Let's turn all this stuff off so I can talk for a second and not have to yell in the video. We'll turn most of it off, the noisy stuff. We can keep that going. We can keep that going. I have a unboxing at the end of this video as well. So the unboxing is coming up next, and I'll give you an update too. I'm going to do a part 2 of this review whenever it's peak summertime, to see how it reacts in the summertime with the temperature. And as far as the back, how it looks, it's built like a tank, like an old 80 model truck. So it's got some heavy duty railing stuff that you'd find in colos, you know, rack mount gear for equipment, network equipment, or UPSs. These are heavy duty hinges. This thing is, the only con right off the top of my head about this panel is the weight. It weighs 45 pounds and I have a bad back, so it's not fun lifting it around. And you can see how this works. So this would be sitting on the cab of your vehicle, and this cable just slides back and forth. You don't even need to pull these out unless you need the extra power on a cloudy day or something. And then just snap right back in, and then you just press this little button. There's also an option to do this remotely, electronic. I'm not sure the price on that, but it'll be on their website, where you can be in the vehicle and these things will fold out automatically. Not fold, but pull out automatically. So you probably want to check that out. And this is the same, obviously. Yeah, I'm really liking this panel. Like I said, other than the weight, it's 45 pounds. It's because it's built like that old truck right there. It's built to last. I mean, you can see the quality in the back and the front. Look at all the extra rigid bolts they put in there. It really is built heavy duty, and it would have to be to support these extra panels on the side. Oh, and before we get to the unboxing and the pros and cons, it comes with this little junction box here where you connect your solar panels. So one set is the glass panel, and the other set are the 2 wings that come out on the side, and they go into this. You don't have to do any of that wiring. It's already pre-wired. So that's already wired here, and then all you have to do is connect this in. This is your solar output, your negative and your positive, and that goes back into your charge controller, into the solar positive, negative. So that's a pretty neat little setup they got there. And it also comes with these, 4 of these, and some mounting hardware. And these are the for mounting this on your cab, like this, actually like this. There are already pre-drilled holes here, and there's already screws that came with it. So right there you can see the holes are pre-drilled. They came with 4 of these. So you're ready to go if you want to mount this on your van, your RV. And it, like I said, it came with some screws, and everything's pre-drilled with some good threaded bolts, it looks like. Now let's get to the unboxing and the pros and cons. We're going to do the open boxing of the Equalsworth. This is the panel that had the big surprise. Let's get started. So we're going to start with the smaller box first. And what's in here is your mounting feet for your cabs. There's 4 of them. So you got 4 cab mounts, or wherever you want to mount them on your roof. You got mounting hardware. And I'm assuming these little things right here go on the sides so the panels can pop out. And then we have our little breakout box right here. Put that up there. So this is our breakout box, and we'll dig into that. You already know what this does anyway. And this is because there's obviously 2 different types of panels here. This is the first time I've opened this box, and it is pretty heavy, so be prepared for that. All right. The back side. So as you can see, this is the underneath, how this works. These are the hideaway panels, high construction, a lot better built than I thought it was going to be. It's a 280 watt extendable solar panel kit. So as you can see in the picture here, you put it on your RV, your truck, your cabin. I have plans to put it on the white Chevy eventually when it warms up. Today was the first day that I could get outside and do anything. As you can see, there's still ice on the ground. It's been cold and wet in this part of Texas. It shows the main panel is 160 watts and the other 2 are 60 watt panels. So on the other side here we have the 180 watt, 160 watt panel, and these are 60 watt panels. So let's turn this thing over and see what we're working with here. This thing is pretty heavy. It's very heavy. Wow. All right. Let's do some measurements real quick. The panel is, I can get out of the sun, 54.5 by 27.5. Well, there we go. There's the open boxing. So now the pros and cons of this solar panel. So let's put a little bow around this review and let's see what we're working with here. So as of recording this wrap-up video with the pros and cons, the website for the solar panel is down, but it looks like it's up, right? So if we look right here, right there, as you can see, this is actually the wrong page, because if you look, I just have an image right here. See that? So the page to the solar panel is giving me a 404. So I emailed, and we'll see if we get a response. I don't want to post this review video without the product link on there, the affiliate link. And when you click on the affiliate link, it's not going to charge anymore for the solar panel. It's just going to show them that, hey, you watched the review and you liked the review. So you're not going to get charged anymore by clicking on the affiliate link. If there's one below, there should be one below. If not, I'm just going to go ahead and post the review anyway. So as you see, I took the picture of the panel and I put it over the web page. The page, it says page not found. I'm getting a 404. So hopefully by the time this video posts, that link will be back up so you can see the pricing and availability of the 280 watt solar panel. So pros and cons. Con, the website's down. That's obvious, right? Let's do all the cons first and then we'll get to the pros. The cons, the website's down for the product, so that's a bummer. That's an another con is really the part where the panels pop out, the little keeper things. You have to mount that yourself, and the little bitty screws are really small and they're easy to strip. So eco-worthy, if you're listening, maybe put bigger hardware in there so it's a little bit easier to mount on there. So it didn't take long to mount, but if you drop one of those screws outside, you're not going to be able to find it unless you have a magnet or something. So anyway, that's a con. So the screws for the little bitty push buttons to pop the panel out, they're a little bit too small for me. And the website being down. So there's two cons. And I guess the only other con would be this right here, the weight. So if you're going to put this on like a golf cart or something, you would probably want more than one. If you're doing a 36 volt cart, you want 3 of them. That's a little bit too heavy for the top of a cart. But if you're going to put it on an RV, it's just fine. But you know, I wanted to put it on the golf cart. It's a little bit too heavy for the golf cart if I wanted to put 3. So it's 45 pounds, the solar panel is. So that's a little bit of a con to me. And if you're going to move it around as a portable panel, definitely. But this is not really one of those types of panels. So there's the 3 cons. The website's currently still down. It might be up when you're watching this video, which it won't be a con. So there's only 2 cons. The weight, if weight's an issue for you, and mounting those little bitty push buttons on the side of the panels, it can be kind of finicky. So that's just something you might want to look at. The pros. So the cool thing, obviously you can see that the panel puts out, if you just watch the review, puts out a lot of power for what it is. I think I was getting 18 amps at 12.8 volts. So you can do the math. That's around 230, I think, watts. So somewhere around there. You can go back and watch the video and see the exact stats. And it's winter time here in Texas, so that's pretty good output for that panel. So that's a pro. And the last time I checked, the panel was around 200 bucks. That's a good watt per dollar ratio, so that's not bad. So another pro would be if you have hail where you're at and you're out traveling through a hailstorm, and of course you're going to have the panels snapped in. You won't have the 2 outside panels out, so if the hailstorm hits the top panel and destroys the top, it should protect the 260 watts that pop out. So you'll have 120 watts when you get to where you're parking still, if there's a hailstorm that you run through. And that's kind of a crazy pro, but that's another pro. It's good output, having that protection for the inside panels for hailstorms and stuff like that, and it also keeps them clean when you're not using it. And I think that's probably it. It's built like a tank, so there's another pro. Very heavy duty. The railing system on there is really heavy duty. Everything looks well built, and that little breakout box is pretty cool. Pretty easy to install. So yeah, there you go. Technically just 2 cons and 3 pros if you look at it that way. The price is really good. So hopefully when I'm posting this review, the link will be up. Just click right below here, right below, right down there. You can see the description. Click more and it should show more information, and the affiliate link will be below there, and that's where you can go and buy the panel. And hopefully, if it's not, I'm going to go ahead and post the video anyway. So you can leave me a comment, I'll respond, shoot me an email, and I'll let you know when they're going to get the links back up to the product. And if for some reason they don't get the links back up to the product, then I'm posting the review anyway. So that's it. So I hope you liked the video. Please leave a comment, and stay tuned for more solar stuff. I'm definitely going to be posting more stuff about the solar golf cart and showing you how I've gone over 1,000 miles on solar power on the golf cart with 3 small lawnmower batteries. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next review.